Good morning. Welcome. My name is Sally Myers, and I'm the founder of the Paris and Menifee Valley Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program, and I'm delighted to welcome all of you here today and to say congratulations to our students and their families. We are just delighted to be here. I'd like to ask you all to please stand, and we are going to have Cameron Stevens with our Student Venture Clubs, who's very active on our campuses, share a prayer with us, and then the Pledge of Allegiance, if you will remain standing, will be by Mayor Bill Zimmerman from the city of Menifee. All right, Cameron.
Good morning. Would you pray with me? Father, we have come before you this morning, and we are thankful, Lord God, for this opportunity to gather as a community and surround these students, Lord, and just honor them and the legacy that they are establishing and leaving behind at their schools. Father, we thank you for their heart of service, for their school, their family, and their community. We thank you for all that they have done and all that they're going to do in the next few months as they prepare to move on and beyond. Lord, I pray that you would just bless them in their planning. Lord, that they would look to you for strength and encouragement and wisdom. Lord, we thank you for the administrators who have helped guide them. We thank you for the teachers who have dedicated so much to teach them and encourage them and help them on. We thank you for the parents and the families in this room that have raised such amazing, wonderful kids. Lord, I pray that you would just continue to bless each and every one. We thank you for this morning, Lord, and pray that you'd be with us now. In your name we pray. Amen.
Good morning. What an honor it is to honor our nation and the flag that represents it. So if you'll please join me. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
You all are welcome to be seated. And if you have finished your breakfast, you are welcome. For those of you that are have your back to me, you're welcome to turn your chair around if you finish your breakfast, but we want to make sure that you do get to enjoy that. First of all, I want to say, tomorrow, Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. Wow. I had a big card that I gave to my grandson, and I just kind of nabbed it out of my house this morning. I said, I'm taking the card to Student of the Month. So that you know how special you are, we want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. And if you didn't get your little sweetheart candy from me, I've got more up here in my basket. Do not hesitate to grab one if I missed you. But we want to make sure that you know how much we care about you. So our program was founded in 1998. We're celebrating 20 years of honoring outstanding students, and so we're just thrilled about that. I want to share with you our mission statement and tell you a little bit about the history of our program. We have a mission statement, and it's the same statement that we created 27 years ago when we began our program. It first began in Temecula, moved up to Murrieta and Lake Elsinore, and over to Menifee in '98. So we are honoring, I think it's been close to about 8,000 students in those 27 years, and you might say, wow, that's a lot of students, and I would say, yes, it is. However, when you think about the number of high school students between all of those districts, and maybe there's someone that can do that math for me, and when you realize that you are one of, just one student within all those thousands of high school students over that many years, you are in a very elite group of young people that have truly made a difference. And so that's important to know. So the mission statement is how your son or daughter was selected to be here today. And I know as parents and grandparents and siblings, that's nice to know as well. So we're a nonprofit organization, and we're honoring outstanding high school, college-bound seniors for their character, their love of learning, your ability to juggle numerous activities from campus activities to community service or athletics, or the ability to persevere through challenging life circumstances, all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and free enterprise. And that's what you have in this room. All of that is represented, and I don't know where you can get that anywhere else than Student of the Month and right here in Paris and Menifee. So it's very exciting. So students, it's not just a congratulations and all that today from us, but it is saying to you that you have been noticed by your teachers, by your administrators on your campus for how you've made a difference, your passion, your foundation, how you come alongside others, something that is very unique to you. And so we're honoring you today for that. So this is really a big deal. Most people get honored because they have, hundreds of hours of community service that we know you have, or you have these amazing, an amazing GPA, which we know you have. But there's not always an award that recognizes you for how you've made an impact and made a difference on others. So that's why every month and for all these 20 years, we come back year after year, because every student has a story. Every student has made an impact or made a difference, or has had a challenge that they've overcome and have become victorious over that, where we can celebrate. And that's what we do at Student of the Month. I'd like to introduce the students to you, and we're not going to share your story right yet, but we want to make sure from the get-go everybody knows who you are. So from Heritage High School, our principal is Erica Tejeda. So Erica, if you want to please stand. And your student is Dylan Dotran. So Dylan, your family, your mentor teacher, everyone at that table that came with you, please stand. All right, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. Paris High School, Magdalena Castaneda is our student, and your family, please stand. And our principal, assistant principal today is Christy Cutler, so you please stand. Got a great entourage with you today. From Paris Lake High School, our principal, Dean Hauser. How are you this morning, Mr. Dean? Good. You know what? You didn't get one of these, so it's right here for you. Oh, you did? Okay, good. Good. And we have this wonderful student, Genevieve Sarah Nicole Martinez. So if you'd please stand, and all of your guests that you brought with you today. Thank you. And from Paloma Valley High School, and we have with us today Ryan Sharp, who is athletic director and dean, and our student is Jason Michael Walker. So congratulations to you and family. Everyone, please stand that came with Jason. And the bow tie man this morning. Yeah. We like that. So congratulations to all of you this morning. I'd like to introduce our Chamber of Commerce. We have the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce and the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce, and our representatives that are going to share this morning are Tony LaPiccolo and Lynn Effinger from the Menifee Chamber, if you gentlemen want to come forward, as well as Tim Moore, the president of the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce. They're going to share a certificate and some words of congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Sally. And I always like to say, Sally and I have a great history together. In my former life, I was a supporter of Student of the Month when I worked at Wells Fargo Bank in Lake Elsinore, so we go back quite a few years. So thank you for the honor of having the Menifee Valley Chamber involved in this program. I also like to thank our dignitaries from the city of Menifee that are here. Thank you, gentlemen, for showing up. Always a privilege to be with you guys. Paris, if there's city folks here, good to see you too. Students and faculty, great job. I'm going to pass it off to my colleague, Lynn. He is with the Menifee Valley Chamber as our membership director. So if I'm not here, Sally and everybody, we will have representation from the chamber to help this morning along. And we also have another one of our directors back here, Mr. Kirk Skapanich. So thank you for being part of our chamber as well. Guys, well, all I want to say is pursue your dreams. You guys did a great job. Continue it. Enjoy college. Enjoy life. I'm going to pass it off to my colleague, Glenn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. It's an honor to be here today. And in addition to being the new membership director for the Chamber of Commerce, I'm also the president of the Kiwanis Club of Temecula Valley. We sponsor the Key Clubs in the Menifee High Schools, so I'm also very proud of that. We actually sponsor 11 Key Clubs. Well, now it's 12. 12 Key Clubs from our Kiwanis Club. That's more than any Kiwanis Club in the nation, and we're very proud of that. That's our claim to fame. And the other important thing is I want to congratulate you on your achievements. And I've also been a motivational speaker for the last 40 years. And my talk is based on the power of perseverance. And I know this extremely well because even though I was born without a left hand, I never let that keep me from doing exactly what I wanted to achieve. I never let anybody else define who I was or what I could accomplish. I played Little League Baseball, I played high school football, I played junior college football. I played semi-pro football and got a tryout with the Washington Redskins as a running back. Not a lot of one-handed running backs around. So I wouldn't listen to anybody else tell me what I could accomplish. I set major goals for myself, I worked very hard, and I achieved all those goals. And you can too. Winners never give up, and they never give in. I never have, and neither should you. Congratulations.
Okay, together we're going to present this?
It won't come up now.
Okay. I don't know, we didn't do this last time.
He didn't do this last time.
Okay, so a student of the month from Paloma Valley High School, Jason Michael Walker. We have a certificate for you. So right here, Mr. Bowtie. How are you? Congratulations.
I'll let you all put these in.
Only got one.
We got the one.
We're just gonna do the big show off like the Vanna White. See, here's Vanna White.
Oh, okay, there you go. You changed it up on me, Sally.
Do you have the other three? You want us to do the other three or not?
We'll just wait.
You'll wait, okay.
Good Vanna White.
All right.
Okay, go right ahead.
Good morning. My name is Tim Moore. I'm past commander of the VFW here in Paris and past district commander. I'm also the new president of the Chamber of Commerce in the city of Paris. It just amazes me. I've been doing this for 2 years now, standing up here every month for the 9 months out of the year, I think it is, and congratulating all the students. The work that you guys put in and girls put in, it just amazes me. I could never do it. You guys put a lot of work in, but you have to have a lot of help from your family. And I see a lot of families here today supporting what you do, and that's good. I could speak forever on it, but I got a raspy voice this morning, so congratulations to you. Like this gentleman says, don't stop. Keep going. You can do whatever you want. Hopefully some of you will come back here and support the city of Paris or Menifee. We thank you and have a good day.
Thank you very much. That is awesome. We appreciate you gentlemen very much. I'd like to introduce and thank our volunteers because as you know, you're only as good as the folks you surround yourself with, and at Student of the Month, we have the very best. So the chairs of our program are Sarah Rico and Anna Fetzner, and they are both with the Paris Union High School District. So ladies, if you want to please stand so everybody can see you. Sarah's in the red and Anna is in the pretty green. So they do everything. As you can see, Sarah was up here making sure that she was checking in everyone, and Anna was greeting everyone there. So they're just an unbelievable team. And Grant Bennett, our superintendent, we always appreciate you because whenever I'm unable to be here, you do an MC and a fabulous job. So thank you so much. We appreciate that very much. This morning we were to have some special guests from the Menifee Boys and Girls Club, Julia Birch or John Wan. Are y'all here this morning by chance? There you are, Miss Julia. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to our program. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. If you take a look at your program, you're going to notice on the inside we have breakfast sponsors, we have our dignitaries, we have gift sponsors, and on the very back we list all of our scholarship sponsors. So what I'd like to do is to introduce you to the breakfast sponsors that are here this morning with us, and we have several, and we are so excited when our sponsors are able to come and share in this wonderful joy. From Azusa Pacific University, Nacheli Rodriguez. Ms. Nacheli, thank you very much. And from Bank of Hemet, Aaron Young in the back. Mr. Aaron, thank you. From the City of Menifee, we have several special folks with us this morning. Of course, our Mayor Bill Zimmerman, thank you very much. And we have Dean Deines, is that correct? Am I saying that right? Deines, thank you very much. And our council member, Marcela Magana, so thank you very much. And it's so nice to have you here, my first time meeting you. Welcome to our program. And our city clerk, Nancy Salazar, thank you very much, Nancy. Good to have you here. And we also have Joanne Ariola, is that correct? Am I saying that right? So, and I met you for the first time. So thank you to all of our wonderful folks from the City of Menifee. We appreciate that. And from the City of Paris, well, actually, that's where I messed up. It is Joanne Ariola from the City of Paris. So thank you very much, Joanne. We'll get that correction. And from our county supervisor, we have Jeff Hewitt's office. We have Barry Bush. So Barry, it's always delightful to see you as well. And Mary Lou Dillard from Mount San Jacinto College. Not sure I see Mary Lou here this morning. We have Becky Watley from Newport Pacific Land Company. So Becky, it's delightful to see you. Thank you. From the Parish Union High School District, our superintendent, Grant Bennett, and you have met Anna Fetzner and Sarah Rico. We also have Joe Williams with us this morning. Mr. Joe, thank you. And Kirk Krspanik and Hector Gonzalez. Thank you very much. And from the Riverside County Office of Education, Clarissa Fernandez. Miss Clarissa, how are you? The Rotary Club of Paris, Mike Barron. So Mr. Mike, thank you. Raise your hand high over there. Thank you. And I am representing also Sizzler Restaurants. My husband and I own and operate the Sizzler here, so we're delighted. And from Star Milling, two gentlemen. We have Greg Carls and Frank Patterson. So gentlemen, thank you. And you have met Tim Moore, but he wears a few hats. He's also with the VFW Post 888, so thank you very much. Appreciate you. And I mentioned scholarship. Well, that's important for you to know because all of you will have the opportunity to complete a competitive scholarship application where you will be competing against students from your own school for what we call Student of the Year. There will be a very special dinner that will be planned for you in May, and it is at an off-site location. It'll be a very nice dinner. And on this application, you will be asked to answer 2 short essay questions, and you'll give a little bit of information about your classes that you're taking, if you hold down a job, the type of community activities and services and volunteer hours that you participate in. And remember, the judges only know what you tell them, so don't be shy because the scholarship could be close to $2,000 and we're really excited it keeps growing. So it is a very substantial and respectful scholarship award. And the judges will be selected. They will go through and prepare their scores, and we will select one student from each of our schools to return to a special dinner where you will be showered with some gifts and your scholarship dollars and a special dinner. So we have several of our sponsors here today. I'd like to introduce them. We have John and Lyndon Denver. And you know, John has been so involved with the school district years ago and the City of Menifee. So John, thank you for continuing to be a great friend and sponsor of our program. We appreciate you very much. The Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce with Tony LaPiccolo and Lynn Effinger. So thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate that. PUMA, which is Parish Union Management Association. They do fundraising throughout the year, and they give a very generous scholarship to our program. The Rotary Club of Menifee and Star Milling with Craig and Frank, so thank you again. And Tim Moore with VFW, and we just greatly appreciate you. You'll get some special gifts from CR&R and from Costco, which is a huge beach towel. And did I say huge? Huge beach towel. So you will definitely like that. I'd like to introduce our dignitaries. They're going to come share just a few moments of congratulations to each of you. And when I call your name, if you'd please stand over here and you'll speak in the order that I call you forward. And Sarah will have a certificate and you'll be showing off your certificate. And all of your certificates will be in these great gift bags that you'll receive at the conclusion of the program. So to begin our remarks will be our council member from the city of Paris, Marciela Magana, and from the city of Menifee, our mayor, Bill Zimmerman. Assemblywoman Melendez's office will be Cynthia Bennett. And Cynthia, we want to welcome you to our program. And I met you first yesterday in Lake Elsinore, so that was wonderful. From Assemblyman Jose Medina's office, Cynthia Bennett. And from Senator Richard Roth's office, Alti Holtcomb. From our United States Congressman's office, Mark Takano, Ignacio Romero. From County Supervisor Jeff Hewitt's office, Barry Bush. From Riverside County Office of Education, Clarissa Fernandez. And to conclude our dignitary remarks will be our Superintendent, Grant Bennett. Thank you.
Good morning. I'd like to begin by thanking all of those who helped put together this very special event. I'm here representing the City of Paris Council and City Clerk. My name is Maricela Magana. I was recently elected to serve here in the community, and I'm also proud to say that I'm a Paris High School alumni. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I'd like to go ahead and recognize all the students of the month. I know that in these days and times it's difficult to go ahead and shoot for what you've achieved, so you should be very proud of yourself, and as well as all the supporting and loving families that are here. It takes a team, it takes a village, as well as the faculties who prepare our students and make sure that they achieve the best education that they can in order to prepare for a very bright and successful future. So with that, I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors, and know that you have a community here of people that support you and wish you all the best. So thank you so much. On behalf of the City Paris Council and City Clerk, here's a certificate of recognition. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Bill Zimmerman, the mayor for City of Menifee, but I wanted to take an opportunity for those of you who haven't had a chance to meet our newest elected council member. His name is Deines, and he's going to say a few words about our young achievers.
Good morning. So on behalf of the Menifee City Council, it's an honor to be here and be present to so many accomplished students here already, and just to think that you're just finishing high school and getting ready to have a great college career. We wish you the best. I know education is important. It was important to me. That's why I spent the best 3 years in sixth grade of my life. But as you go forward, remember that you find your passion, set your goals, and then strive to be the best. Thank you.
We have some swag bags for the kids and a nice certificate for the kids. So good job, guys.
Hi, good morning. I am Cynthia Bennett. I'm here representing Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez, and we have these beautiful certificates for all of you. And we just wanted to just congratulate you, and it's always so wonderful to be part of these events and be able to meet some of the young rising stars of the generation. And I know you're going to go on to do such amazing things. And I just wanted to say, just, take a moment and just really reflect before you move on with all these big, awesome things in life. And just reflect on who got you here and just be grateful for that. And, maybe write all those names down, because I'm sure it's a lot of people. So just, again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you around.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cesar Gomez, and I'm here on behalf of Assemblymember Jose Medina. And just on behalf of the Assembly member, it is my pleasure to congratulate all the students here being recognized for February Student of the Month. We wish you the best for future success. Congratulations.
Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Senator Richard Roth, it is my honor and really my privilege to present these certificates of recognition to all of today's student honorees. We want to thank you students for not only doing your part in this process, but also we want to thank the teachers, parents, and administrators for being positive contributors to the lives of these students. So again, congratulations, and we wish you much success going forward.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ignacio Romero. I'm with the Office of Congressman Mark Takano. This is the first time, so I didn't have any prepared remarks, but I just want to say, on behalf of the congressman, just want to make sure that students know that put all the dedication, commitment to all the time that you're for your studies, but also appreciate the support that you have around here, the community, the teachers, the principals, your parents, and everyone. So take advantage of that. Don't persevere in all your accomplishments and your goals. Always look out for a coach, for a mentor, because they're going to always be there. So thank them for everything that they've done, and thanks to principals and all those educators and the teachers and the community also as well. So on behalf of the congressman, I have a certificate for them. So thank you very much, and good luck on your endeavors.
Good morning. I'm Barry Bush. I'm with Supervisor Jeff Hewitt. I got that out smooth. I've been working for Supervisor Ashley for the last 10 years, so that doesn't always come out the way it's supposed to. But on behalf of Supervisor Hewitt, congratulations to all the students of the month. You've worked hard to get here. Continue working hard for the rest of the year, and so you can get to graduation. And do me another thing. Get to graduation, have fun, but be safe, okay? We need you all at graduation. But on behalf of Supervisor Ashley, congratulations. Have a great year. What? Dang it.
He jinxed it. Good morning, everyone. My name is Clarissa Fernandez. I'm here on behalf of Dr. White, Superintendent of Schools for Riverside County. And on behalf of Dr. White, we'd like to congratulate each and every one of you, family members, students, teachers, everyone. And yeah, college acceptances are coming out in a few weeks, so best of luck. Hopefully you get into your dream school, and congratulations.
Well, good morning. On behalf of the Parish Union High School District Board of Trustees and all the employees that's certificated and classified, we want to say congratulations to the students this morning. This is the best day to be a superintendent. I get to come and get to hear about all the great stories of our students that are doing such wonderful things in our schools. I'm proud of the kids that we have in the Parish Union High School District at all of our schools. We know we have great schools, and we're going to have another great school coming up in about 2.5 years. We'll be opening Liberty High School, the newest high school in Riverside County. We just had a groundbreaking on Saturday for that. And we're really looking forward to that to help with some of the crowding that's happening at some of our other schools. So on behalf of the school board, we say thank you. And the kids got here today on a lot of hard work, but without the support of their parents and family, it's difficult. So we want to congratulate the parents and the other family members that are here also to make this happen. Now, I don't have a fancy certificate to give you guys because they didn't give me one. But what I do get to give you is a treat. There's a big, all those sponsors in there. This is a big batch of thank you cards. So you're going to have the opportunity, and I said it's an opportunity, to write out thank you cards to all the sponsors that have helped do this today. And that means handwritten. You don't get to use your Chromebook. Make a printout, paste it into the thank you card. No, it's a handwritten thank you card. And you go, how do I know who all those people are, who to send it to? We have a list. And it's almost 3 pages long of sponsors that have helped us put this on every day. So you're going to get that opportunity, and then you're going, well, it costs 50 cents to mail each letter. You're probably talking about $30 there of bills, and you're not going to have to do that. When you fill them out, give them to your principal at your school, and the school district will take care of paying for the postage. So we want to make this as easy as possible for you. Thank you, and congratulations again. I'm going to turn it back over to Sally.
In talking about those thank you notes, my mom and my mother and father own and operate Richie's Diner in Temecula, Marietta. And the other day, my mother said to me, Sally, look at this really darling thank you note. So someone had taken a note, and on the outside of the envelope, before you even open it up, they had drawn a picture with like pencil of a burger and a shake and some fries, and then on the inside it said, "We love your diner, Mrs. Williams," and they drew the barbecue and someone doing steaks. And I thought that was so creative, and she just absolutely loved that thank you note. And then she gave me hers, and then I received mine in the mail, and then they did something with Sizzler. So it was just a really cute little thing. So I have to tell you, those thank you notes, they do impact us quite a bit. So we appreciate that. Before we start a presentation, I just want you to look up here. This is our wow factor table. You see these big bags, and they are full of all kinds of goodies. Trust me, you're going to have to do some jogging around the football field at your school, because you have, from the city of Menifee, you've got a wonderful swag bag with goodies in it, and the city of Paris has a swag bag with goodies in it as well. So we appreciate our two cities, because they just want to make sure you're totally decked out in style. All right. And Creative Printing donated the thank you notes. And we have our water agencies, such as Eastern Municipal Water District. They're providing some cool little sunglasses and lip balm and all kinds of fun things. You get some other great swag from International Auto Crafters. From New Life Fellowship, Pastor Ted Norton, who's in the back here. Pastor Ted, raise your hand. He's giving you one of the greatest books in the world, the Bible. You get to go to New York's Upper Crust Pizza and Whimsical Yogurt. The Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce has some swag for you, and you get a special certificate from Tim Moore at the Chamber. And Reflections Christian Fellowship, Pastor Don, he has a Bible promise book for you. All of your schools are going to give you a special gift. Then you get to go to places like Sizzler, over to a ranch at the Temecula Olive Oil, which is in Temecula, and they've got a really neat ranch that you get to visit. You get to go to the movies. You get to go to either Corner Bakery, Deines, or Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., Firehouse Subs, In-N-Out Burger, Texas Roadhouse. You get to go to the Lake Elsinore Storm, Richie's Diner, and you even get a horseback riding lesson. So it's going to be very fun, and you get a great book from our sponsor, Les Schwab, and you're just going to have so much fun with your bag. And you're going to have to hold it from the bottom, because I hear it's heavy. Okay. So now we're going to do our student presentations, and the way that this will work is very simple. We're going to start with Heritage High School, which is on the front of our program. We will conclude with Paloma Valley High School, so that will be the order we go in today. And we have a little protocol on that, and the way that will work is that when your school comes forward, the principal will stand right behind the podium. Our teacher will be right here, our student right here, and the family members here. And you're going to be pretty much shoulder to shoulder, because our wonderful high school, Paloma Valley High, under the direction of Randy Hughes, they are videotaping. So it will be aired through the city of Paris and the city of Menifee on our cable station. And so the principal will share for about a minute, and then the student, you get to share about 2 minutes, or 2.5 minutes or so. And this is what the students will talk about. You'll introduce your family and your guest. You will introduce your mentor teacher. You will share a little bit about your college and career goals and about your current life at your school campus. Then we wish for you to answer either one or more of the following questions, and they are: what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your school, family, or community? Or what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the final question, sharing a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you have overcome. And so when you're answering those questions, you might say an obstacle that I've overcome is, or the greatest lesson I've learned is, because I'm going to be sitting in that little corner. If I think you've missed the question, I will just real cute come up and say, now answer that question, remember? So you want to do that. And then we also want to make sure that afterwards, your teacher will share a few words, and then one member of your family will conclude remarks for you. And so with that, let's begin with Heritage High School. And as y'all are coming forward, I want to remind everyone to keep a little corner of your napkin handy, because we have tears of joy, We laugh. We are a great audience, and we look forward to your sharing. So come on forward. And if you didn't get a candy when you're up here, this is the time to get it. It's in my basket. One other thing, the microphone goes up and down.
Hi, good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for making this possible and doing so much for our students. It's greatly appreciated. And I would like to congratulate all of the students of the month for all of your endeavors and earning the honor of being here today. So I have the pleasure, and I usually do not read, but I'm going to read a little bit today, of introducing Mr. Dylan Tran as Heritage High School Student of the Month. Every month, Dylan has been nominated by several teachers. And every month I get asked, why didn't you pick him? And every month I say, don't worry about it, it'll happen. And so this month happened to be Dylan's month. Not only is Dylan extremely intelligent, but he is very involved on our campus. He is currently ranked number 3 in the senior class and has a 4.3 GPA. He earned a 35 on his ACT, and 36 is the highest you can get. He takes AP classes and honors classes and has passed them all with the 4 and 5. He passed AP Calculus and AP Chemistry with a 5. He has taken dual enrollment classes, received straight A's. He is involved from Key Club, Robotics, AVID, National Honor Society, and holds leadership positions in every single one of those. And he single-handedly has gathered a group to organize a Patriot Olympics as well, which is a fundraising activity that we do at Heritage High School. He just does so much for our school. He is so admired and respected by his peers, by his teachers, by the community for everything that he does. He has over 250 community service hours. Along with everything else that he does, his schoolwork, he is one of the most remarkable students that we've ever had, and it's just a pleasure. But to top all of that off, Mr. Tran received a full ride scholarship through Questbridge to Princeton University. So I was going to wear Princeton gear today, but it didn't come in time, but we are extremely excited and proud of Dylan, everything that he does and everything that he stands for. He is truly a Heritage Legacy student, and it is such an honor to be in his presence and in the presence of his family. So congratulations to you. Thank you.
Thank you to Ms. Tejeda for everything. Okay, and thank you for everyone here. With me today, I have my parents and my chemistry teacher, AP chemistry teacher, robotics advisor, Solar Cup advisor, gate advisor, basically my second mom. Yeah, as my principal said, I plan on going to Princeton for electrical engineering. And as for my greatest contribution back to my community and school, I think it's this whole legacy thing. At Heritage, our motto is leave a legacy, and this whole Princeton thing is my legacy. It's kind of like just work hard, because I didn't get straight A's or anything. I just worked hard. I got involved. I did a lot for the school, the community, and by working hard, I got to where I am today. So thank you.
Yeah, Dylan is probably one of the most humble students you'll ever meet. If you don't pay attention, he can very easily fly under the radar. He's kind of that behind-the-scenes guy. We host at least 4 competitions on our school site. We host 2 competitions at Paris High School. And it doesn't seem to matter what I need done. I look around and I go, oh wait, I need somebody to, oh, Dylan already did that. Okay, well, did somebody take care of, yeah, Dylan did that earlier today. All right, well, we need to organize this for, Dylan took care of that. He's got some people taking care of that. All right, well, who's gonna build that? Nope, Dylan worked on that already today. So it doesn't seem to matter what I need done. Dylan's always there to take care of it. So Sally said earlier today, our volunteers are what make us who we are. And I could not be as second mom or as amazing for all these kids without these kids. So he's kind of the ringleader of the behind the scenes kind of things that need to take place, and it makes my life so simple. I'm not sure what I'm going to do without him and his friends. So thank you, Dylan, for everything, and we will truly miss you when you move on to Princeton. Congratulations.
Yeah, good morning. As we know, we're here for a reason, and I want to take a moment to thank a few people because we never thanks enough. First of all, I want to thank you everybody associated with this event. Secondly, to Dylan mom, and yes, I couldn't do without you. And big deep gratitude to our teacher come across Dylan path. Yes, take two to tango, and we could not do without you. So, Dylan, we're proud and happy for you, and best of luck, and good luck, son. Love you. Thank you.
And now it is with great pleasure that I introduce Miss Christy Coulter, Assistant Principal from Paris High School.
Good morning, everybody. How are we? Thank you guys so much for putting on this awesome event. I have the greatest honor of introducing you to Magdalena Castaneda, as she is the shining star of Paris High School. So she is currently a senior with a 4.3 GPA. She's balancing the demands of 5 AP classes. Whew! I don't know how you sleep. She has an aspiration of going to a UC, preferably UC San Diego, and she wants to become eventually a doctor, an OBGYN. And I asked her what her major was, and she said molecular biology. Well, first I was going to do biology, but that's kind of basic, so I'm going to go ahead and do molecular biology. I was like, whew. So 3 years ago, Miss Magdalena moved to Paris High School, and she started attending, and she had mentioned that she had a little bit of social anxiety as she didn't have any friends, but within a week or so she had built quite a net of support with new friends who have helped support her and push her to make her her absolute best, and so we're proud of her for that. With her are her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Castaneda, and her brothers, and Magdalena attributes her success to the examples of her parents, as they've shown perseverance and hard work. They immigrated to this country, seeking out a better life, and they've provided that for her, and she's grateful for that. So I wanted to go ahead and read a couple of comments from your teachers, and I know Coach SB will be up in just a second to brag on you, but let me give you some more brags. Miss Brusca wrote, "She is by far the most dedicated and disciplined student who goes above and beyond in everything she does. She's one who actually cares about learning more than her grade, which is so refreshing." Miss Salvador, who's her counselor, wrote, "Maggie is such a motivated student. She's top of her class and super resourceful, not to mention a sweet young girl." Mr. Vasquez wrote, "Maggie is incredibly intelligent and creative in how she approaches a problem. She could coast and still do well in a lot of classes, but she exhibits unparalleled work ethic that kids cannot match on this campus." Again, it's with great pleasure that I introduce you to Maggie.
Hi. Okay, so the question I was going to answer was what lesson I would take with me to college, and how Miss Coulter said earlier how when I first moved here, I was very anxious and didn't really know how to communicate and, introduce myself, and that kind of holstered my ability to learn, or like if I had a problem, I wouldn't talk to my teachers, I wouldn't talk to classmates. So I had to really learn to collaborate, to communicate, to seek for help, and I think I've learned a lot from that jump to this new school, and hopefully I can take that with me to college. So yeah.
Good morning. It's an honor to talk on behalf of Maggie. Maggie came to us from Poly, and as a freshman, and I was mean to her. I was like, "You from Poly? You gotta show me that you're really from Poly." I got some friends that they teach at Poly. They talk about Poly High, and so I pick on Maggie, and actually Maggie stayed with me 4 years, and she's been my student for 4 years, and we kind of built a relationship. I know her, and she's kind of like a daughter to me, and she's so amazing that reminds me a lot of my kids. Those that know my family, I have some smart kids. And I'm not bragging about them, but Maggie's really smart. Yeah, she talks about chemistry, but she's amazing in math. She reminds me of my wife, and so she's really good. I mean, she can come back, Mr. Bennett, and she can be a math teacher for you. Yeah. So one of the amazing things she does is that last year she was my student in AP Spanish 4, and I'd like to challenge my students, and I was teaching the 5 and the 4, and she took the test for the AP Literature and she passed. So this year she decided to be my student tutor, and she's kind of like my right hand. She does some amazing things, like she developed this kind of like what do you guys call this? Communication thing, like a blackboard. Yeah. So they communicate with these other tutors. They come into the class and they have this system. I was like, what's going on here? Oh, Maggie just have us communicating. So she developed this new system in the classroom. It's just amazing. She also has changed my grade book. Espinosa, I don't like the way you do the grade book. So we're gonna do all the assignments here, all the tests here. It's just like, what? Okay. So, and the students, they come to me and they, can I talk to Maggie Espinosa? I don't want to talk to you. Like, she's my boss now. So it's an honor to work with you, Maggie, and an honor to work with you guys. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adrian. Here's my family. Sorry if I'm nervous. And I'm sorry if my English is not perfect, but I'm trying to speak. I feel so proud for my daughter, my kids. Those two guys go to the university, still going to university. She's going to university. I work so hard for my family, support my family. I just want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you for my daughter. Thank you.
So our next principal will go ahead and be Mr. Hauser from Paris Lake.
Thank you. Obstacles. Obviously, we just heard a little bit about an obstacle. You can hear about it again, maybe to a different degree. At the lake, we have we give our students some shirts when they come in. They always wonder why there's a sheet that says what size of shirt do you wear, and so on. Are we dressing you or giving you a uniform? But on the back of it, it says you would see, you wouldn't ask why the rose that grew from the concrete had damaged petals. On the contrary, we would all celebrate its tenacity. We would all love its will to reach the sun. Well, we are the rose. This is the concrete. These are my damaged petals. Don't ask me why, ask me how. So with the obstacles we had in our life, and we all have them, we all know that, we all ask those questions sometimes. Why do we have these things in our life? And some people at a young age have to answer those questions, and it's very difficult. Our student of the month has done an unbelievable job answering that question, and she is going to share with that this morning. Our student of the month is Genevieve Martinez.
Good morning to all the individuals that made this memorable and honorable event happen. My name is Genevieve Martinez, and I am currently a senior at Paris Lake High School. I will be completing my graduation requirements this next month and look forward to the ceremony in June. I must share with you that this is intensely challenging for me to stand in front of you today to try and share my story. I continually battle with something many people do not understand on a daily basis. This battle causes me to become excessively worried and interferes with daily activities and causes my stress level to rise with a great fear of fearing the unexpected outcome.
She again.
You're doing awesome. Take a shot at it. It's just a story. What? Gee, yeah, you just did. Didn't you? Then finish it up. You've only got through this. You're doing awesome. They want to hear your story. Hello, girl. Where are we at? There you go. Activities. Start there. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
This battle causes me to become excessively worried and interferes with daily activities and causes my stress level to rise without a great feeling of fearing the unexpected outcome. For me, I've always been my biggest enemy, and I've never known how to face my problems, but today I am, and I will be focusing on the piece of paper in front of me, so please forgive me if I am being rude. But I promise myself I can get through this, much like I did when representing Paris Lake High School last fall with my fellow team members from ASB. Anxiety has always been a challenge throughout high school for me. It has always regularly affected my relationship with my family and my ability to socialize regularly with others. It had isolated me from everyone, and it became more and more difficult for me to function at a comprehensive high school site. So when I left Heritage High School and began attending Paris Lake, I felt more and more comfortable as each day went by. The atmosphere in smaller campus allowing me to feel more at peace of mind like today. I am able to branch out and make new friends because of the smaller campus and less chaotic learning environment. This has helped me in many ways, including being able to finish all my math requirements I needed to graduate. In the past, I've experienced bullying and lack of self-worth and grown into someone that realizes that I am my biggest fan. I have also grown to realize my biggest mistakes and gain more confidence in myself because of the people I surround myself with. This has allowed me to focus on bettering myself and looking toward my future. I plan to attend RCC and complete my 2 years of general education and complete my AA. I then plan on transferring to UCR and working towards the medical field. Biology has always been of interest to me, and although I'm torn between working with patients who are furry babies and dedicated mascots or with individuals such as ourselves, my heart is set on helping others get better. I'd like to thank the sponsors for putting on this wonderful event, as well as my family and friends and the amazing staff at Paris Lake High School. I really do appreciate the opportunity to be here with all of the city representatives, the board members such as myself, the students, the staff, but most important, our family members who have supported us and guided us here today. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to be here to share a little bit about the extraordinary students that we share across the district. It's always not only interesting, but it's such an exciting feeling to see these students grow, to see them be able to take a look at what lies before their future. We always hear stories about teachers that impact the life of a student, but seldom do we hear about students that impact the life of others. And as you can see, she's very genuine, she's very loving. She has that drive that she brings people to her. And with her will of wanting to help people, it's her, it's within her. She always puts other people before herself. I first met Jen in ASB, and she just blossomed. She opened up with leadership skills that I don't even know if she knew that she had, but she has led us through so many events, so many activities. She even was, like she said, she was one of our representatives at ASB. And we had no idea. And it's just sometimes that within ourselves, we all have challenges, but sometimes we really don't understand the extent of these challenges. And I'd just like to commend Jen for taking the time to not only believe in herself, but give herself that opportunity to gain the advantages of the benefits of her future. And I know she's going to go far. I know she's going to be that genuine person that we want that person to be with our loved one in that time of need. And I'd just like to congratulate her making it through her speech today. Thank you.
Good morning. I just want to say how proud I am of Genevieve. She's one of my rocks. I have 6 children, but she's one of my rocks. Between her and her little sister was just back there. She's gone through hurdles, and if it wasn't for Dean Hauser and Miss Fuentes here, she's blossoming over here at the Paris Lake High School. She came from Heritage, but she was not able to excel. She just had to
shine in different ways. And when I took her to Paris Lake and enrolled her, wasn't quite sure at first, and then we saw her just blossom and turn into the young lady that she's turning into. And we're so proud of you, Jen. Between your dad and myself and your sister and Carmen, we're very much proud of you. We love you. Thank you.
Hey, can I have that back? Jen, look, can I have the little thing there? I will make sure I say Ryan's name correct. Thank you. You got, thank you. Jeez. Had no problem taking all my stuff off the podium, did you? Let me introduce Ryan Sharp, the Athletic Director and Dean at Paloma Valley High School.
You can go. I have the pleasure of introducing Jason Walker today. Jason has a cumulative GPA of 4.157. In fact, this first semester, he achieved a GPA of 4.7 while taking 5 AP classes. He is incredibly involved in ASB. He seems to live at the school. He's at every single event. He is also on the varsity water polo team and the varsity volleyball team. He's led both of those teams into the playoffs. Taken the boys water polo team to a league title. He has plans to do engineering at Cal State Long Beach. Waiting for that acceptance to come in. But before I hand it over, I want to tell a story about Jason. So I was at a water polo game. This is back when our boys were ranked number 2 and were facing number 1 Tockwitz. Now Jason had been dealing with some injuries, so he had not been able to train the way he'd wanted to, had some back problems, and we're in a tie game in the 3rd quarter. We're trying to get the win. And the coach looks over at him and goes, "I need another look. We need to throw something at him they haven't seen before. Jason, can you give me a good 7 minutes?" And his response to the coach was, "No, but I can give you an amazing 3. So he comes in the game, takes a shot that Tockwitz does not see coming. That's the go-ahead goal. He moves on to win the game, get the number 1 ranking in CIF. And I want to say, Jason, that's such an important skill in life. You're going to be faced with challenges that seem daunting and overwhelming, and being able to tackle them with the commitment and dedication as much as you can for 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, or 3 minutes at a time will continue to give you great success in your life. So we at Paloma Valley are very proud of you, and we look forward to seeing what all of your 3 minutes, your amazing 3 minutes in your life will add up to.
Good morning. Thank you for those kind words. I'd like to introduce my mom, Gurley, my dad, Fred, my girlfriend, Reagan, and my stepmom, Patrice, as well as my mentor and French teacher of 4 years, Miss Campbell. I'd also like to thank the sponsors for allowing this event to take place. It means a lot to all of us, so thank you. Growing up, a day never seemed to pass where my brother and I would be playing outside on the property that we live on. And every day we'd be running around like we usually do, killing bushes, pretending they're droids from Star Wars. And from the corner of our eye, we could always see our dad working on something. Whether it be a truck, a train, a tractor, if it could break, he was there to attempt to fix it, and most of the time it did get fixed. I can't help but assume that this is one of the main reasons why I found myself wanting to do engineering. Seeing his desire and his drive to complete everything before him, despite the circumstances that we were in, it really pushed me to foster, sorry. Sorry.
You get that from me, sorry.
Sorry. Okay. It really pushed me to pursue my own curiosity and drive to complete things that I would love to do. Growing up, as a little boy, obviously, I would see these things and just think nothing of it and go run along, do what boys do. But going through school, I started to foster and build up my own curiosity. It's so difficult. So,
Doing fine.
I found myself in science. Obviously, curiosity seems to push towards discovery. And initially, I wanted to go to school for something like astrophysics, because if there's a frontier that should be tackled, it is space exploration in the stars and the universe that we all live in. However, I applied to be an engineer. And I think the curiosity I have and the profound desire that I have to learn and to discover is summed up by a famous astrophysicist by the name of Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you guys know him. His description of what a scientist is really describes how I carry myself and how I think about how I live my life. He says, when I think of a scientist, I think of an adult who has retained the soul of curiosity of a child. See, when we're kids, we all ask the same questions. We look up at the sky, the stars, and we ask, why is the sky blue? How many stars are there, and why are they there, and how are they there? How does this microphone work, and why does it work? And I've retained that curiosity. I'm glad to say that I have to this day. And I find myself in engineering, because when I think of what an engineer does, they take these profound questions that we all have, and we try to address them and make and build new contraptions. We innovate, hopefully, innovate to build new things that we can all enjoy for tomorrow, to make tomorrow a better and safer place for all of us, and just a better world. And that's how I hope and plan to contribute to not just our community, but the communities around us and the state and our nation. Also, I want to thank my mom too, because without her, she's always been there. Through hard times, she's always helped me and pushed me to drive to pursue my desire to learn. So, thank you. And and I would like to introduce my mentor, Ms. Campbell. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you to all the sponsors for this wonderful event. When Student of the Month comes around, we get an email. It was the very first month of school, and I was like, oh, Jason Walker. I've been waiting 4 years for this. And he didn't win. And I was so disappointed. But I was like, don't worry, I'm just going to nominate you every single month until this happens. Because I've been waiting 4 years for this. So Jason started with me in French when he was a freshman. I think we're actually the same height, which we are not anymore. There you go. And he came in and he was a little bit shy, but you could tell he had a very earnest interest in learning. And it grew. He has always amazed me, as he so eloquently put it, that he has this continuous curiosity for learning. And in 13 years of teaching, I have never had a student come close to Jason's curiosity and genuine joy of learning and knowledge and education. He is enthusiastic every single day. And like he says, he's really into science, but he's still really into French. And he's totally interested every day. He wants to have more knowledge. He wants to learn more. His very first year of French, he asked, well, every time I said a page number, he goes, well, how do I missed it. How do you say which page? I was like, quelle page? And he goes, oh, okay, quelle page. He comes back the next day, quelle page, quelle page, quelle page, quelle page. And I was like, yes, you got it right. You got the pronunciation. Comes in the next day, quelle page, quelle page, quelle... Oh my gosh, Jason. But every single time I said a page number in the next 4 years of French, he always goes, quelle page, because he mastered it and he loved it. Every time he walks by my classroom, he throws open the door and goes, quelle page. That quickly morphed into French too when we learned about food, and he learned the word for egg, which for some reason everybody loves, which is œuf. So he'd go, enough, 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 and every day throw the door, enough. And it became part of our culture in his class. So now we're making French 4 shirts, and it's got an egg on the front. And it says oof, oof, oof all over it, because everyone in the class has been and continues to be inspired by Jason and his enthusiasm for learning and his joy of just learning egg or which page or whatever it may be. And he gets so excited about it, and he practices until he masters. He's like the perfect student. I always wish that students would go home and watch something in French or practice their French, and he does. Every day he comes in with more and more knowledge, and it's just so exciting to see him from a freshman to a senior, become a young man, and get enthusiastic about learning about science, about French, about everything. He's also a master of getting me off task because he comes in with these thoughtful, deep life questions, and then he'll ask it, and everyone else in the class stares and goes, yeah, Miss Campbell, why? What? Why? How do we go to college? How do we pick a major? How do you know what you're supposed to do in life? And then we start talking about that. But it's amazing because he has that genuine desire to know and to learn and to be great and to do wonderful things. And like I said, in 13 years of teaching, I have never had a student who just enjoys learning like Jason does. He enjoys knowledge, he enjoys that curiosity, and he has the wonderful personality to get everyone else in the room also excited about it. So it's been a wonderful 4 years. We still have to go. And I am looking forward to seeing what Jason can accomplish in the next 4 years of college and beyond, because I have no doubt it will be amazing.
No. There you go.
Now you know where my son got his height. So I'm Gurley. I am Jason's mom, and I'm very proud to say that he was actually a surprise to all of us. So, and I mean that in a good. No, I didn't mean it that way. No, so I will have to tell a little story. When he was still in elementary school, he had a very hard time. Believe it or not, he struggled. He couldn't even read. It was the question of, should we hold them back? I think it was one of those parent-teacher conference after another, and then finally, was it third grade? I think it was third grade. All of a sudden, he excelled before the end of the year. He went from not knowing how to read a simple 3-word sentence to where he was already above third grade level by the end of that year. And then since then, he has just continued to amaze me. You would think a dinner with your son, it'd be about what the teenagers are doing, what's going on with his girlfriend and him, and plans for the weekend. But it would be the continuous, Mom, I watched this video on YouTube, and I learned this and that, and it was always a question of how this works, how that works. He did change his mind. I'm not going to tell you what he wanted to do originally, but he did change his mind and wanted to become an engineer. So I'm actually grateful for his change, and I do really believe he always told me, Mom, I want to make a difference in the world, and I truly believe he will. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm very proud of you.
No, I can't. I'm too emotional.
We're going to hand back over to Sally Myers.
Well, did you believe me when I said you need to save a little dry corner of your napkin today?
I used the whole thing.
You used the whole thing. Yes, I was over there using mine as well. Before we conclude, I'd like to introduce the students that are behind the cameras from Paloma Valley High School. They come faithfully. Randy Hughes has been doing this for years. He's one amazing video guru. I like to call him a technician. So we have Andrew Ariano, technical director. I believe you're in the back there. And yes, they did get their little jelly bellies this morning. Aaron Adams with the mixer, and Oscar Guzman doing audio. So thank you very much, gentlemen. We appreciate you. Elijah Spence. Elijah, where are you at? In the back there, Mr. Elijah. And is it Riza Marshall? Am I saying that correctly? Riza? Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And then over here is Jordan Massey. Thank you very much. So these gentlemen learn from Randy. He is an awesome mentor in this particular area. They come in, they have their huge crates full of all these wires. When you look around, tons of wires, and they wrap them up meticulously. They put them back in the car, and then after they finish, they get to come in and have their, I think by that time it's lunch before they go back to school, and then they get to help edit this for our video, our cable television company. So we always appreciate you very much. Thank you. I take copious notes of all of you at the very end, and I typically write down some key words or phrases that really impacted me. So I'd like to ask Dylan to please stand. So Mr. Dylan, thank you very much. And I'm excited about your full ride to Princeton. Congratulations to you. Yes, that was awesome. And once I realized, oh, this is so amazing, Princeton full ride scholarship, and my thought was, oh, he may not want to apply for Student of the Year because it includes a scholarship. You better apply for Student of the Year because we would love for you to come back and have that opportunity just to have that wonderful honor of Student of the Year, and we will find a way to use that scholarship. Trust me, I get very creative with some of those students, so we will definitely, it will be exciting. The first thing that I wrote down about you was that you are humble. And I like the fact that your teacher shared with you that you fly under the radar, but yet you are the person, when you talked about your contribution and your legacy, when you talk about working hard and your involvement. But what I really see about you is how you'll be able to bring people together to get a variety of things accomplished on your campus. You're looking ahead, you're thinking about, all of the details, the things that need to be completed. Many of us may say, we want to do this, but they have no idea how to start. So you have actually learned that process of starting and completing tasks and bringing together the right people to build that team to do it. And it appears that you do it quite almost effortlessly, because from what they shared about you was just incredible. So I know you're going to do fabulous at college. You're going to be a great leader. I say, watch out, Princeton. Here comes a gentleman that's going to change the world over there. So congratulations to you. Magdalena. And we talked about you being a shining star, a rising star, and when it was kind of interesting between you and Dylan, and we talked about friends and how you also bring people around you and together. And I see you as a very quiet leader, and I'm excited about your going into the medical field, and I see you being a person that's going to be very very in-depth. You're going to do a lot of research. You're going to pay a great deal of attention to not just what you're learning, but then how you're going to take what you've learned and how to apply it to those patients. And I know that you're going to build a great team around you of doctors and associates. And I just see you as being a very sweet, quiet, but a great thinker. And that's just what I gathered about you in that small bit of time we had to get to know you this morning. And when you talked about your lesson, collaborating and seeking help and communicating, and you pull that together with the friends and the people that you surround yourself with, I know you're going to be very successful. So congratulations to you. Genevieve. Genevieve, you are a very sweet, attractive, determined young lady. And you touched my heart in many, many ways. What I love about you is you're courageous. You were willing to come here, and I loved that you wrote those beautiful words that you spoke today. And everyone, in order to accomplish what we do, we have to have a first step. And I think you've probably had many first steps just to get you to this point today. But I have, and I know, Grant, you have witnessed this too, many of our students in our Student of the Month program, this might be their first opportunity to have ever spoken into a group of people. We know it's difficult sometimes just to speak and share with people that you know, let alone a whole room full of people that you don't know, but yet you did. You did it very sincerely, you were authentic, and it was really quite touching how you were able to open up and just share the areas in your life that have been a challenge. And the neat thing is when you do that, then you've taken that first step to say, I did that, and now I can do this. And you start seeing that confidence level build, and I see that smile that you have, and you probably don't even know how much you're going to impact others around you. And the people that you're going to be able to come alongside and said, put your arm around them and to say, you know, we can do this together. And I know you can, and I know you will. So congratulations to you. Jason, the bow tie man. And you know, as they were talking about your enthusiasm, I wrote down the word bubbly. Because the entire time that I've been speaking up here, he's been clapping and he's been doing little things. And I'm going, you know, I was a cheerleader throughout high school and college, and I'm going, you know, yes, we definitely communicate really well. Very enthusiastic, very much so. And I love the fact that you are curious, but curious in a way that demands answers, that motivates people to think about maybe certain topics that they wouldn't ever think about before, and to say, wow, you know, not only is that a great question, but just the research that we have to do to investigate or answer that question. And then once you learn something, what are you going to do with stuff that you learn? Now you have to either act upon it, you have to make responsible decisions for those actions, and I see that is going to be awesome for you. And just that when you talked about your contribution, just having that profound desire to learn. And in society so much, whether we're a student or we're, you know, in the business world, sometimes we want things to be handed to us. We want it to be simple. We don't want to have to sacrifice too much or struggle or things like that. But you're showing, no, we're going to learn, we're going to dig in, we're going to do what it takes to do the very best that we can. And so I know that you are going to go a long way, and people are just going to want to be around you all the time. So congratulations to you. At the very end, we get to listen to John Maxwell. And John Maxwell, he is an author, he's a pastor, he's a motivational speaker, and he does something called Minute with Maxwell. And what we're going to listen today is the word that he sent over just a few days ago, and it's the word choices. And I think that each of you will probably really appreciate this. So here we go.
John Maxwell and Chris Whitmer from Broadway, Virginia, independent business owner, wants me on Minute with Maxwell today to talk about choices. My wonderful friend John Wooden said it so best. Probably as a mentor, he taught me more about choices than anyone else. He had this wonderful phrase that said, there's a choice you have to make in everything you do. So keep in mind that in the end, the choice you make makes you. I love that phrase. The choice you make makes you. A lot of people, they think that the environment makes them, or their conditions makes them, or their money makes them, or friendships just kind of make them. And they're always kind of going around looking for someone to make their day and kind of get them where they aren't getting on their own. Listen to me, my friend. It's your
someone called
choices. If they're good, then it's going to help make you. If they're bad, it's going to be the unmaking of you. I think in choices, when people ask me about decision making, the most important thing I say to them is simple. It's your responsibility.
I love that, because we all every day are making choices. And are we making choices that are going to give us more opportunities? Are we making choices that are going to impact not only ourselves in a positive way, but the others around us in a positive way? And I can honestly say, from today, sharing and hearing from all of you, that you have made incredible choices. I can confidently say that I know you're going to continue to make wise choices. And the neat thing is, we talked about responsibility. It is our responsibility to make choices based on the best set of circumstances that we are in at that moment. So I'd like to say congratulations to all of you. May God richly bless you. We are going to conclude the program now, and Sarah and Anna are going to get your bags, and we're going to take a picture underneath our Student of the Month logo here. And with that, thank you very much.